Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Michael! It's my first time coming here doing this. I've heard a couple of you talk about hitting bottom. In my line of work, there is no bottom. Everything's a sickening novelty. I host a show. In a way, it's kind of like AA. No one in the audience judges. Everyone gets to play the part of a priest in a confessional. The only difference is that no one's ever asked for forgiveness on my show. I'm taking a vacation and I don't know if I'll ever go back. Some people think they've heard it all or seen it all, but even I haven't, so I know that's bullshit. There's always more. There's a new mind fuck around every corner. The labels on my liquor bottles didn't change, though. They were always familiar. I'd read, since 1855, or something on the label so I'd crack the seal and drink it, and I'd pretend I was getting wasted before I was born, before I'd ever caused my mother's nipple to bleed. You see me standing here and think he looks 40 or 50-ish, but I'm 20. I buy all the booze I want. They never card me, but I'm 20. I have a degenerative disease and I age prematurely. I'm gonna die soon enough. My peers aren't peers. I don't know what a peer is. I don't have any friends. I don't know what's in my heart. I'm 20, but I'm rich. My business is like no other, and if it's all about money, I've done very well. My shows are live and private, and the people who come really shell out. I'm a comedian faith healer. I don't know what the fuck that is. My show's sad enough to be hilarious, but not funny at all. My guests leave so twisted they stop believing in God, and they heal themselves only by mutilating their self-image. I stand on the stage in a tuxedo, and I put my hand on the volunteer's forehead, and they really open the fuck up into the mic. It's like getting 13-year-olds drunk at a party. I mean shameless, bent over the toilet plastered. Turning them so clownish, so fucking idiotic, so raw they might be reviled by their classmates on Monday, like they were competing for infamy. 3 years of this job and I don't know what disgrace is anymore. My touch disinhibits the volunteers. I make them laugh like they were ticklish. They go hysterical. Tears roll down their cheeks and they confess to every little thing they thought was obscene or perverted about their inner world or their lives. They don't throw in the towel until I step in. They go and can't even stop to breathe and call themselves a name. We had a guy confess to aggravated murder, roaring and sniggering about it like he'd poured salt on a garden slug. There were guys citing chapter and verse about date rapes. And there were the normal people, the everyday people. The psychology was scarier than the behavior. Again, no bottom. I touched an endless parade of sociopathic, giddy psychosexuals. The capitalist deviance was nothing. Scatologists fucking abounded. No one who wasn't OCD was impressed. I heard about animal cruelty, impossible variations of sacrilege, casual domestic violence, parents who wanted to torture their children. A lot of people admitted to how they felt no compassion and how and why they hated every conceivable demographic. Those were the bleeding hearts. Others were unapologetically comfortable and proud of their hatred and selfishness, so hardly bothered bringing it up. And you know what never happened? Not once, not a single time. Suicidal ideation. Nobody. Some people came back time and time again wanting more. Maybe somehow they thought they could confess their way into the grace of God again. Some concluded that they had, that they'd giggled and sobbed their way in and back out of purgatory. They wrote to me privately and said as much, that they'd annihilated their sins. But always, the frank ones lamented that nothing was left. They described a void, an abyss. They were robbed of wonder and curiosity. The slightest clue of love confused them more than ever. One man was a photographer who'd enjoyed the national parks. In his last letter to me, he wrote that the mountains and rivers were bald-faced and evil. I never heard from him again. I'm praying for him and I'm praying for me, and I want to get fucked up. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Michael! Thank you.